This is basically the beginning of the Uwharrie Trail. 20-mile trail cutting through the entirety of the forest. Heads off in that direction. Marked by little white stripes, little white, what do they call those, flares? Crap. Anyway, the highway is right over there. It's quiet right now because no cars coming by, but that's a cute little set of steps. Seems like that's like a fun little challenge, mostly for mountain bikers. Mountain bicyclists? Dirt bicyclists. Dirt bikers. Dirt bags? Okay. But you kind of have this interesting little clearing we got going on here. You know how Tolstoy likes his clearings. Weird. Wow. Alright. And then over there, this little gravel road that I started off in the very beginning of the last Uwharrie adventure. And I'm guessing these are just power lines. And so over there should be the creek, where I thought we were looking at private land. It was actually just the Uwharrie Trail. So I guess at one point the stream must have cut through here. So you can kind of see it parted around this tree. Well, I can't see that stone on the ground apparently. There's a lot of mushrooms growing in this area. I looked into what it would take to identify various wild plants, and man, let me tell you, that requires a crap ton of XP per dot that you would absorb in that. And fungology, I'm sure that's not really the word that you use, but fungology, that is a whole other ballgame within that realm. And so it's always highly recommended that you never, ever, ever touch a wild mushroom. That's not an anti-drug PSA, that's an anti-don't die PSA. Always remember, kids, to ask your drug dealer which mushrooms are safe. Yeah, so far, it's mostly just the trail kind of going up and down, serpentining, if you will, and a lot of rocky, rooty, muddy terrain. I can definitely see this being enjoyable for mountain bikers. I'm actually glad that today I brought my timber boots, because, like last time, there is a predicted thunderstorm rolling in after I cut the camera last time. It got bad. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening me. What's funny is on the way over, in the truck, I got an aux cable and it was attached to my my phone, and my phone was, YouTube was just, you know, randomly bringing up stuff that it thought I would want to hear, and it brought up some sort of weird beatbox dubstep version of the Song of Storms from Legend of Zelda. Maybe I should have taken that as an omen. Either way, thunder crackling overhead, bad downpour, like something out of a Silent Hill game. I actually had to activate the Mega Man shoulder lamp just to see, you know, more than a few feet in front of me, because I started running. I guess now I know that, you know, you really can't. It's very low chance, even when wet in the woods, surrounded by trees, to get struck by lightning, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, I came pretty decked out this time with gear. One of the other things that I recently purchased at an REI, it's a bloody compass. And not the standard issue, you know, what's the word, the Boy Scout one. This one's a little bit more compact and chic looking. The Suntoe ones were expensive, this one was cheap. And I bought it because the last time that I was here, 2 separate backup maps melted in my pockets, including the pocket of the range slicker, so, okay. Anyway, I also brought, I don't feel like getting it out, it's in the good old backpack, but I brought a clear map protector that I got at a really cool outdoor store for like 12 bucks. Again, I'm learning, if this is the game that you're going to play, which is, well, learning what it's like to trek through really, really wet, rainy environments, this is the kind of stuff that you'll have to bring. Like I said, the map's melted, and then I came to, apparently I had misjudged where I was, and I came to an intersection of 2 separate trails, one of which is the trail that we're on now, which is a 20-mile stretch. And since it was so dark I couldn't see the sun, I couldn't tell which way was north or south. Long story short, I am very glad that I kept on the trail I was on, because if I had gone the way that I thought I was supposed to go, the way that I thought I was going, I would have ended up going farther away from my truck. And that would have been bad. Coming to an interesting little river crossing. Trees get bent. They're getting funky. Little fire pit beyond that. That is okay. That's not really terrible. It's going to be interesting to cross. Like I said, I'm glad I brought the boots. Or is this the trail? Right, the blazes have stopped. It's not helpful. The floor is lava. The water is lava. The stones aren't super secure at any point. That's cool. Once you cross the stream, the trail gets a little rocky. That's right, rocky. And it also thinks that it's gaining a little elevation, which is interesting and always fun. Makes it a little interesting to see this kind of stuff where the trail goes up and then makes a sharp turn. Better than walking in a straight line anyway. Beats a kick in the seat. Oh yeah, cool little terrain. Trail comes up to a interesting little kind of fork in the stream bed, whatever you want to call that. I realized when journaling, chronicling my Nathan Drake Uncharted Indiana Jonesian adventures, that I don't really always know the proper names for things that I find out here in the wild or when climbing. I just recently learned overhang. That's a fun one. Ooh, sunlight. Anyway, so I'm not sure what you would call this. Creek bed, stream bed, river bed, grandma's feather bed. There's probably somebody camping somewhere around here. And I'm gonna like walk up on them while I'm narrating, and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Neat. Once again, comes to a cool little clearing where it looks like they were cutting down some trees that were overgrown. Interesting. Yeah, this definitely is starting to look a little bit more like the kind of terrain you'd encounter on Morro Mountain. Very dry, rocky. Trail keeps on going on with this Morro Mountain-y feel to it, which is pretty cool. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. That would have to be a really big downed tree. No, wait, it's a downed tree. It must be massive. It's not even on the trail. Weird. Wait a second. It looks like a brick house. No. No, it's a downed tree. I'm just dumb. Passing through some spider webs. They did not have any maps at the opening to the park, at the opening to the forest. So I'm literally kind of just doing this from memory. And as memory serves me, Uwharrie Trail will eventually intersect with Kiawe, which is what I was running along when the lightning started sounding off. I don't know how far I've gone because I have no map to judge it by, but I was pretty certain Uwharrie Trail intersected with a trailhead, and we definitely should have hit it by now. I don't think I should. I don't think I should open it, because there's giant hornets on the inside. Well, we're starting on the Dutchman's Creek Trail from the place where I usually set off at the southern gate. And again, there's no maps. I don't know what I pay taxes for. Just passed a couple of soldiers who were training to do a ruck, I suppose. And man, they were geared out. Holy shit! One of them had an H harness on. There you go. This is the classic Tolstoy content that you enjoy. A video of me walking through the woods. Classic. I forgot my walking stick. Left it in the my buddy's car, so kind of going sans stick today. It's threatening to rain most of today, and I forgot to put on my timber boots, so I'm wearing my little mucklucks that are likely going to get soaking wet and be really uncomfortable. That's always good. Kind of broke down and had a few drinks last night, so I'm hoping this is good penance. Could have gone hiking yesterday, but it was supposed to rain as well. I don't know, man. Literally just hiked away from my car and then all the way back because I forgot water. That would have been a mistake. Yellow blazes. Dutchman's Creek. Alright, here we go. Something that I noticed that you might not be able to pick up on is that we are going downhill. And the terrain, kind of clay-like, got a lot of roots in it, a lot of natural stuff, very muddy, kind of slick. I can see why this would be very fun to go mountain biking on. I like this kind of terrain for hiking. I really don't like when parks have just nothing but, you know, a dirt path, sand path, or gravel. Oh, a little bridge. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Must be somebody on like the Uwharrie Trail. I can hear some kind of loud, shouty conversation happening. Maybe I should yell butt scratcher. Some kind of woodpecker. Where are you at, woodpecker? Just passed a little sign. It says that I'm 0.5 miles in. Sun's coming out a little bit, surprising, given the forecast. I got this scene kind of dead ahead of me. It almost looks like, yeah, the trail's just going to cut straight through this weird little nest of smaller trees attempting to grow up underneath the canopy of the elder ones. Wow. Oh no. The spiral. Shit. I've been reading Junji Ito's Uzumaki, so unfortunately, kind of got a little bit of a spiral on my mind. Oh man, stuff like this really kind of helps put it all in perspective, you know. To our right, I start to see a clearing. Looks pretty dope. I might have to go out there and play. Being very careful to watch the ground for snakes. So the thing is, all around here I'm finding patches of grass, tall grass that have been kind of stomped flat, which makes me think that I'm definitely not the only thing that's out here. It's a little maple tree. I don't know. I'm not, I don't have as many dots in botany as I really need to. I ran into a wall of pricker bushes, and I thought I might try to start handling them with the Pardue that my buddy traded me one of my old cold steels for, but I honestly don't want to sit there and try to hack through an entire, you know, I don't want to mow the lawn with this damn thing, so I'm going to turn back for now. So that clearing has definitely got to be host to some kind of body of water. Maybe if I'd gotten farther I would have seen it, because this little creek, maybe it's Dutchman's, who knows, is coming inward to the west, in from the east. Sun may rise in the east, at least it's settled in a final... No, don't sing. Going down the trail, on a tiny little ridge, I see a pile of man-made wood planks, leading me to believe that there was a structure at one point. Looking up a tree, we can see somebody might have been trying to make some kind of hunting stand or a little tree house or something. I'm not really sure the legality of that, because this is a federal forest, national forest. I don't think... I don't know. It just comes to this stark turn here. And of course, every time you enter the forest, you will always see an article of discarded clothing. Alright, time to consult the map. There were no maps, so I just took a picture of the map. God, this is... Use your eye droid, Snake. Yeah, I will. Oh, crap. So, basically, this intersection right here is where we're at. This should be the Superwood Trail. Is it Superwood or Super Tree? Super Tree! I know it makes it super. I do want to see that. And then, well, where will that go? Oh, that's more of the Super Tree Trail. So, I think I'm probably going to stay on the Dutchman's for now, because that will intersect later with Super Tree anyway. Some kind of Sonic the Hedgehog shit, man. He's on like X Games mode and shit. Does anyone else watch Vines? I watch Vines. You think what we had before was some Sonic the Hedgehog shit? Oh yeah. Man, being in this place kind of makes me want to take up mountain biking, but I already have too much stuff that I'm spending money on, and I know that I can't do that. Yes, son, forest parkour. Rolled up on this cool little ridge here. The trail has been stony for a while. Very rocky. You really kind of have to watch where you're putting your feet, which is cool. That is part of the fun of hiking. The mosquitoes are out in force today. Man, they usually leave my ass alone, but today they are being annoying. I wish I had my stick. Would have made this easier. Alright, 1:06. So we basically have 3 hours before the storm comes in. What am I in, Patapsco up in here? Little creek crossings galore. Thankfully, This one's quite a shallow one, so it's not as much of a risk of getting my tootsies wet. What's weird is that I should have reached another intersection by now. The fact that I haven't makes me think that I have severely fucked up yet again. Every time. Every time I go hiking, I fuck up. I just walked across another damn spider web. There never is. Bit of a candy bar. Cool little makeshift seats, though. I feel like... No, that would be impossible. This looks almost exactly like the fire pit at the beginning of Uwharrie Trail. And I was like, there is no way. Might want to confer with the map. Drip and sweat everywhere. You know what that means. Alright, hang on. Great, now I have to, like, take out everything. Maybe I can reach down and find it. Oh, please don't tell me that I took out the hydrolyte. That would have been a terrible decision. Got it. Woo! Alright, I didn't want to have to upset the entirety of the pack. Although I'm going to have to just take it work. These things are worth their weight in gold. Never leave home without them. Ah. Fantastic. With all the accuracy of a pissing child. I wonder how much that got in there was actually just my sweat. For God's sake. Alright, come on. Get back in the little slot here. Put my stachios back. Just in case I end up starving. Watch it dissolve. Look at that. We just got all the river crossings today. Well, creek. Creek. What is the smallest form of water that moves? Well, anyway, that's what we're crossing. Okay, yellow blaze. After this point, it kind of seems like the trail terminates. Oh. Is it? Yep, heads off to the right. Obviously, I just walked through that clearing, found a bunch of campsites, and then a terminated trail, and thought, well, great. Trail wasn't very well defined at this point, so I didn't know. However, gonna go up a little, gonna go up a little bit in elevation. We might actually get a whole 15 feet above sea level. Guess I shouldn't have mocked the elevation, huh? The only appropriate way to go running through the woods is with Fleetwood Mac playing in the background. I did that once though, and even Facebook took the video down. It was a trailer for my Morrill Mountain review. I did actually run up the side of Morrill Mountain. Not gonna pretend that that last section wasn't at least a little bit grueling, which is good. That's what we wanted. Well, anyway, coming up on some kind of, what's this say? Reforestation, young trees growing to meet tomorrow's needs. Established in 1978. Well, how they doing? Don't worry, little fella. One day you'll be a big tree. And you'll drop pine needles everywhere. We really should have hit an intersection by now. This is a 12-mile loop. I really didn't want to go the full 12 miles today for obvious reasons. And for some reason we have not intersected again with the Super Tree Trail, which is what we should have done. We've been heading north for some time now. Eventually it starts to head, wait a second, west, right? Yeah. What direction are we facing? No way. We're heading south. That would mean that I've come around to the other side. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I finally found the other intersection. It was some older-looking military dude who was trail running, scared the crap out of me. I was rearranging things in my pack, and all of a sudden I just hear the... And I thought, this is it. A bear's coming up on me. No, it was just a really, a dude who doesn't know that he's cosplaying as Venom Snake. So, finally found the intersection. There's the Dutchman's Creek, and then this is the Super Tree. And now I really have to think tactically, because I could be aiming myself in the wrong direction. So what I need to do is take my compass out of my pocket. Okay. I would want to head south. White is north. So I'd want to be going this way. Alright, wait, two things. One, always go with your gut instinct. Two, always double check. Three, go with your gut instinct. I'm reading the fucking compass wrong. We were going north. That is north. That would lead me farther away from camp. Just turned on Google Maps, and maybe you can't see it, but that says I'm facing north. Oh good, the sun's like right in my eyes up in here. Spin it around. Now I'm aimed south. Really glad I double checked. Super Tree Trail should be called Super Boring Trail, because it is flat. Now, as if the Super Tree couldn't get much worse. Turns to gravel. Okay. What is this, some kind of like normie trail? What is this, in case their tootsies hurt? Got some dirt tracks. Right there. Some dirt tracks leading up into off the trail. We also have some tire tracks. This whole trail basically just has the feeling of a maintenance trail, really. Always has to be some kind of like weird, forsaken article of clothing. Some kind of hat that says Keswick, 1939. Also, we're still on the Super Tree Trail, which heads off that way, making me wonder what the heck is that way. Technically, the way that the trail works... See, remember that red is north, you idiot. Wait, then why are we... Lay it flat. Oh. Yeah, because you want to be heading south. So you do want to go this way. Okay. Super Tree. Cuts through. Power line clearing. Actually, that little, like, brook. Is that what it's called? Tiniest body of flowing water? Little brook? Alright, this is actually kind of dope. This is like some kind of like Far Cry 5 shit. I haven't played Far Cry 5, so, you know, don't spoil it for me. But I assume it's got this shit in it, which is pretty cool. America can be untamed. It was, at one point. Maybe it can be again.